we here live at the crime scene. Okay, at the end, Yo, we here live at the crime scene. We have the best podcast in the world, No Gatekeeping. And I'm with a special guest. Her name is Natasha. She is a community catering specialist. She specializes with baked goods. Tell the people about yourself. I know you have your own business. What's the name?
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Natasha. I'm the founder and owner of Eat My Cake 2. Located and born and raised in East Harlem. Desserts, custom cakes, cookies. As of last year, I now do culinary education for the youth.
That's tough.
So I did a pilot program with a nonprofit.
Nice.
One for a summer program and one for an after school program, and they both signed me up this year.
That's
so
tough.
I can call myself now a culinary educator for the youth.
Oh man, look at that. You're a culinary artist. That's tough. So wait, how did you come up with the name Eat My Cake 2?
So I started baking because I'm a soccer mom.
Oh,
My
okay.
daughter was in school.
Gotcha.
I was always active within her programs.
Right.
So I always became the mom that was the setup mom. Bring the cookies mom.
Right.
Bring the, get things together and organize.
Right.
So I got tired of being the one that had to run last minute to pick up birthday cakes, last minute to set up tables. So I started dabbling into birthday cakes one time when I couldn't get her a cake. So I baked my own cake for her. And I kept doing it, watching Food Network, seeing the competitions like everyone else. And I kept going. And then I did a parents teacher night.
Nice.
And one of the parents was like, you should do this. So I started taking classes. I went to Michael's. When I went to Michael's, the craft store, I had everything on the list. I didn't have to buy anything because I already bought the stuff.
Wow.
I was already building without realizing it. So then I kept going, kept baking, selling here and there, started getting referrals. And I just sat down in a space where I did the cake, but there were other desserts on the table.
Right.
So for some reason in my head, I was just like, why they don't eat my cake too?
That's tough.
And it just stuck with me.
That's tough.
So the phrase stuck with me, and I just started getting into different community spaces. Harlem Business Alliance, I went to one of their first cohorts for single moms who wanted to be entrepreneurs.
Okay.
At that time, I went in there wanting to open a first black supermarket in Harlem.
That's tough.
But it shifted into cakes
Right.
because I kept doing cakes and getting into other programs. So every time I wanted to quit, an opportunity came. And Eat My Cake 2 followed with me.
So let me ask you a question, right? Do you have any difficulties preparing the cakes, or do you get overwhelmed making all these orders and stuff like that sometimes?
Yes, it'd be a lie to say I don't.
Okay.
So honestly, I started out with box cakes, then I started doctoring them. And then as I started getting more familiar with recipes, what goes with what, I started finagling, doing cakes from scratch.
Okay.
Crash and burn, literally. You learn from failure. You fail to succeed.
But you gotta try.
Yeah, you have to try it. So I started trying different recipes, and then I got confident enough to sign up for markets. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm really pushing myself, because I was just doing local pop-ups.
Right.
I started doing pop-ups back in 2018.
Okay.
So I would walk into a business. There was a business on 5th Avenue over by 135th. And I asked the lady if I could do a pop-up in there.
Yeah.
We don't know each other, but I was confident enough to feel like my stuff could sell. She gave me the space for 2 hours, and I sold out. Friends and family, but I still sold out. So from there, I just started getting more confident. And when I went into the marketplace, I did a night market. I did good, but my real pain was I signed up for a 4-day festival.
Oh man. So
And that's when the reality hit, like, what are you doing? Like, you can't do this. And I was doing it all out of my kitchen space.
Wow.
Yes. So once I hit that brick wall and I was thinking about giving up again, I got the opportunity to be on TV 55 for an interview for my small business out of my kitchen. So that just gave me like a big wow, like, okay, I could probably do this, but I need to slow down.
I mean, you have to push yourself, right? How do you continue to push yourself while not putting too much on your plate?
So I push myself to the point where every time I decide if I'm going to give up, I can't do this no more. It's too much, too much going on. I'm putting too much out to not see anything, but not realizing I'm not seeing anything because I'm doing markets. I may make 1,000, but what did I put out for the course?
Right.
That was never part of my mindset at the time. So 2024, I decided to step out of just doing the baking, doing the running, and just understand the steps it took to be an entrepreneur.
Gotcha.
And I joined a couple of cohorts. I doubled back and joined another cohort called Hot Bread Kitchen, where I was just a vision. So now, almost 10 years later, I joined them, and now I'm more focused. They taught me about break-even. They taught me about my cost of goods. They had me understanding what a marketing strategy is. Along with New York Urban League, I'm affiliated with them. So I've been able to step into certain rooms and understand how to work on my business as well as in it.
Do you enjoy baking?
I love baking.
Like, you love baking now. Did you love baking?
I love baking now to a point where I've been able to narrow down what I need as opposed to doing a market and I have 10 different items on the table.
Wow.
As a customer, how would you feel?
Overwhelmed.
Yes. Because it's like, okay, you got cookies, cakes, pies. Like, I had to understand that there's a certain margin where you need to stand as a baker to understand what's going to sell.
What are your next steps with Eat My Cake too?
So, I feel like I've built the foundation for Eat My Cake
Okay.
too. I've won pitch competitions. I've won certain opportunities to be on TV. My desserts were featured on Pix 11 for Taste of Harlem. That's coming up.
That's awesome.
June 24th or 125th at the Columbia Forum.
Okay.
May, I have a cake class I'm doing in Brooklyn at a brewery, May 3rd. I'm also doing a pop-up at Gotham Park with a nonprofit. I have a lot going on. Eat My Cake too has stepped into rooms where I'm now partnering with Airbnb, where you can find me on their services and experiences.
That's crazy.
So the way that works is Airbnb has a new platform. You
Right.
just don't rent a space. You can rent services, chefs, massage, and I got approved for that. So that's my next step. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing to get, recognized and noticed, as well as doing stuff in my community.
How does it feel to be an entrepreneur? Like, do you set your own schedules? Do you set your own,
A lot of times you think of entrepreneurship and you feel like, oh, I'm gonna work on my own hours.
Right, you'll be free.
Right.
But technically, you have to work on other people's hours because you need to book or you get booked
Right.
when they need you.
Right, exactly. So you're moving on other people's time
Right.
at the end of the day. My career, I'm a FedEx driver and I'm close to retirement. So I pivoted. I went from full-time to part-time to grow my business
Wow.
while still trying to figure out my business as an entrepreneur, because having a business and being an entrepreneur are two different things.
Yes, it is.
You can have a business and you can hustle and you can make the money, but the money could go in this hand and go out the other hand.
That's real.
Entrepreneurship is stepping into rooms, introducing yourself, being clear on who you are, what your expectations are, and what you stand on,
What you represent.
and what you represent. So, entrepreneurship is not easy.
No, it's not.
I find myself waking up and grabbing my laptop before I grab my phone now.
That's real.
So that's when I know I'm in that headspace to understand I'm at a pivot now. So the resources you do need.
Yeah.
It's easy to say I could do it all by myself, but you need resources.
Yeah.
Resources are where you get your opportunities.
Okay.
Opportunities don't come and reach out to you and say, hey, I heard. No, they heard because they heard from somewhere else.
Right.
And that somewhere else sent someone to you. So entrepreneurship, working on the business, I find it fun. I love the network.
Right.
I love to step into rooms where I used to feel uncomfortable being in. Now I have to step into a room, shake a hand, and actually present myself for who I am.
Do you get bothered by competition? Because a lot of people are baking now. It's like, you have a lot of people who are baking and they have their own treats. Do you feel bothered by competition?
I used to feel like why am I not there? Why am I still doing this?
Right.
I'm doing the same thing they're doing, but how come I'm not like moving the way I need to move
Right.
to see what I need to see?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you have to move on your own terms.
Mm-hmm.
You have to create your own path.
Right.
Everybody's gonna make cupcakes. Everybody's gonna design a cake. You have a cake baker, you have a cake decorator, you have a cake designer.
Mm-hmm.
There's different platforms to it.
Yeah.
So if you understand what you stand for and what you want to make and how you want to present yourself, then you shouldn't look at nothing as competition. You got to look at your competition anyway to build your business, to see what's actually out there and just find that niche. My niche is I'm a one-stop shop.
Okay.
So I bake, I do the dessert table setup, and I do the breakdown. Most times when people order desserts, you just dropping it off and you're going.
Right.
So I take the pain point out of it, and I show up, show me where your setup is, tell me what your decor is, and I just cover that checklist. That's done.
Do you dip and dabble in different baked goods?
I do. While I was doing the cohorts for the desserts, I joined culinary cannabis with Kingsborough College. They had a cohort.
Wow.
I joined that, and I thought we were going to be on a Zoom sharing recipes.
Right.
And I also joined it because I don't know what level of cannabis you can put in sweets, food. Because sometimes I've experienced cookies where I eat a cookie and I'm stuck. I'm just sitting there for 4 or 5 hours.
So this is another learning experience.
It's another learning experience, but they didn't just cook. They did advocacy. They taught us the seed to grow. They taught us what strains, what levels. So that opened my eyes to the cannabis community, to the culinary area. And I'm dabbling in that, but my non-infused cake side of it is making so much movement. I tap into the cannabis every now and then.
Yeah, because it's not really on as high in demand as regular cake or baked goods. I get that. Understand.
Right. But it's a growing community where you can go into it in any aspect. You can do it just for the leisure of it, or you can do it for the medical of it.
Let me ask you a question. Will you allow yourself to learn other ways of just supplying baked goods? So like cannabis is one. I'll give you another example. I went on a trip and this girl was selling flavored popcorn. I've never seen it before.
Oh, I've seen that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, will you allow yourself to just be like, you know what? If it goes in the oven, I could do it.
I've tried.
Okay.
I've tried. I've messed up recipes to the point where it becomes a recipe.
Okay. Wow.
So I did a sweet potato pie, right? So it came time for me to put the vanilla extract, and I had, if you know McCormick, everything comes in a dark jar, and I had the labels turned.
Oh,
so when I picked it up, I picked up red dye. I didn't pick up the vanilla. And by the time I realized it and put it in the mix, the pie was red.
So now you make red sweet.
So I called it a red velvet sweet potato pie. I just added the vanilla to it.
Out here.
So I just called it, and people were eating it. I didn't sell it, but out of a mistake, it became a recipe. So there's times where you may be making something, and it may not be what you expected to come out to be.
That's crazy. Do critics help you? Does criticism help you? How do you take criticism?
Criticism is a learning curve.
Okay.
And you have to know how to take criticism.
Yeah.
You have to know, okay, prime example. I got a rush order for a custom cake, which I clearly should have not taken an order.
Right.
And that was my learning curve where everything does not have to be a yes. I honestly messed the cake up because I was rushing to satisfy the client, but yet I should not have put myself into that space to rush for a custom cake in 48 hours.
That's good.
And that's what caused me to step back to say, wait a minute, I gotta slow down. I'm saying yes to everything. You can't say yes to everything.
Wow. That's funny because, criticism for me is like, I'm my biggest critic, right? And sometimes I don't agree with certain people's critiques, right? And then I have to realize that when you put the service out, you're doing it for other people. So it's like you're trying to like, you know, cater to their needs and cater to their wants, right? But while incorporating your own style, right? So for me, it's hard to like take someone's criticism while incorporating my own style, because it's like, if that's what you want, then you go do it then. Because this is what I'm providing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like, but sometimes I do try to provide two things, my own style and something that they would like. Do you come across that providing?
Yeah. So I had to come to terms when it comes to decorating cakes. If someone sends me a picture, I have to let them know, like, you're gonna get not this exact picture, because this is someone else's design.
Right.
So if you're okay with giving me this as an inspo, and then we work around that for what you want, then I could work with that. But if you're looking to get something that looks exactly like this picture, and then when you get it, it's like you're putting a picture up and then you're putting the cake up, you're not gonna get the same.
Gotcha.
So a lot of times I had to learn now with AI, they might have designed the cake on AI and created something that nobody ever made.
And you compete with that.
Right.
That's crazy.
Exactly. You can paint, you can do so much with it. You can make the cake sing. So at any given moment, you get the ideas and you have to let people know, like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna have to do it with my twist.
Okay.
With your idea, and then we can collaborate and make it something you want.
Do you have anything coming up right now?
Right now I'm pretty excited. Like I said, Airbnb, I'm trying to figure out the marketing for that, trying to get my clientele up. You get your own portal, and FIFA is a big thing. There's a lot of activations going on because they're literally, the world is coming to New York and New Jersey.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to tap into some possible dessert experiences with flower shops. I'm contacting different organizations to see if they're looking to have a dessert table with a soccer theme. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And I also have King Arthur Baking.
Oh, wow.
I was featured in their fall catalog.
So what is that, like a magazine? That's a
So
magazine?
King Arthur Baking is a flour company. It's a baking company. They do flour, they do pizza crust, they have branded baking items. And I was given the opportunity from one of the organizations I did a co-op with to do a photo shoot with them. So I'll be in their fall catalog, so I'm looking forward to that.
Damn,
and that's kind of pushing me to do, to get myself out there, more brand awareness, stepping into rooms, meeting certain people, so I could get certain opportunities. What I see in the future is I'm currently working on my MWB to get government contracts. Because MWBE.
BE. That stands for Managers.
So yes, women's business. Oh, you got me there. Entrepreneurship program where you can get contracts with either the Department of Education or government contracts.
So you have to have that.
You don't have to have it, but it gives you more of a leverage for contracts.
Right.
I'm learning the portal, understanding that part of it, and I'm also been accepted from a pilot program teaching youth education and culinary. Teaching kids basic kitchen skills, recipes, at-home recipes, because parents gotta work.
Right.
Most times kids are home alone, and the diaspora of what we got going on right now in New York, it's different. You gotta make sure your kids get home safe, and not just that, make sure they can eat.
They can eat.
Yeah.
Able to feed themselves.
They're able to feed themselves and not burn your house down.
Yeah, that's also important.
Right.
That's also very important.
So as a working parent, you come home and your child even made you a grilled cheese.
Right.
You're gonna appreciate that because they already ate. They did what they needed to do, and that may be the only thing that you want after working 8-10 hours. So
and the house is not burned down.
And the house is not burned down. The neighbors didn't call you. So yeah, I see Eat My Cake 2 pivoting right now.
Okay.
From running around with cupcakes, running around with cakes, dropping them off. I'm not gonna lie, the foundation was fun, but it's tiring. You get burnt out fast.
Yeah, you do.
You get burnt out fast. So everything that I'm doing right now is very intentional.
Do you see yourself like implementing people to do certain things for you?
Yes. So my projection within the next, I would say, year and a half is to hire someone to bake for me.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing.
So then you gotta trust them.
Yes. So that's going to take a while. Yeah. So I was giving great advice. Someone said if they can't move like you in the kitchen, then they don't need to touch your recipes.
Yeah.
They need to be able to understand, and if you take a step while you're training them and they take a step, you step back and they already step back, that's your person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have to know how to move in the kitchen, they have to understand your recipe, and they have to know when is it the point where if I'm hiring you and you see something wrong that I may not see, I'm okay with you letting me know.
Right.
Listen, hey, this ain't gonna work out.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for. Because all this time, all these years, I've been doing it on my own.
Yeah, you need someone who's as passionate as you as making the cake as well. Like they have to want to make the cake. That takes a lot of trust though.
They also have to want to succeed. Because as I grow, they grow.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you balance work life and entrepreneur life?
Power naps.
Need to get them.
My calendar and my phone.
Okay.
I've gotten used to, gotten to a point where I have to literally look at my calendar before I step out my house. I have my job, that starts early in the morning. But once I'm off work, I'm in work.
You clock right back in.
I clock right back in, but now I'm clocking in on my time. Now I'm finding myself knowing, oh wow, I got a Zoom at 12. But when I jump off the Zoom, I may have to run to Brooklyn and have a meeting with someone. I'm thankful that a lot of Zoom is kind of dying down a little bit. Because I got tired of just looking at the screen. So having face-to-face conversations and meeting is so much better. Yeah.
I want to get into these treats. Let's get into these treats.
Sure. So today, since I have an event later on in Brooklyn, I made some sugar cookies. So these are plain, non-infused sugar cookies. And these have a twist. These are strawberry sugar cookies. So the jam is infused with THC and it blends well with the sugar cookies.
How do you know you put the right amount of THC? You just know.
Trial and error.
Trial and error. Okay.
So I'm just now dabbling, getting my feet into the cannabis community. So my goal is to create a jam or create a dessert sauce with THC.
That is so soft and moist.
You have to try this one.
I am. Oh my gosh. I can't stand sugar cookies.
You really?
Yeah.
Well,
These are good. These are very good.
It's all in the butter.
Yo, you see how nicely that broke off? You know what I mean?
You could do it with your coffee, your tea, late night snack, ice cream, put two together, ice cream sandwich.
Oh my gosh. I think I'm the munchies right now.
And it's 420 weekend, so perfect timing to do a test one.
What do you do in your downtime?
Okay, my downtime, about a year ago, I committed to having self-care Sundays.
Okay.
So my Sundays are my day. No calls, no email, no work. If I decide to wake up and stay in my bed, I do that. If I decide to get up and I want to go sit by the water, I do that. Or I might just take myself out on a date. I might just go and do my own type of experiences where I join a class, yoga class. So that's my balance, my Sundays.
But if you did, what would you do if you didn't have that?
If I didn't have that, I would make sure I make time for myself.
Right.
Within the schedule. Even if it's just an hour, you have to sit with yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
And you have to make that time for yourself before everything just starts piling on. Be careful with them cookies.
Yeah, I know right now. Oh my gosh. Yo, roll to commercial. You gotta see this right now. So, before I let you go, I don't want to talk your head off.
That's okay.
What are you most proud? What are you most proud about Eat My Cake Too?
I'm most proud that I was able to go from figuring it out to figuring it out. Figuring it out with fear, but now figuring it out with failure. So you fail a lot when you try to succeed. So all no's are not no. It's just a no or is a not right
yet,
now.
Not yet. Y'all be telling people
Someone,
that.
I think Wallow, one of them, I saw his Instagram. He said no equals new opportunity, and I love that. So what I'm most proud of is being able to step into rooms, know how to do a pitch, know how to create a pitch deck, know how to grow my business intentionally, because all money is not good money. Be clear on who you associate your brand with, and be clear on certain collaborations. Because sometimes someone may reach out to you and want to do something with you. You'll be so quick to say, yeah, okay, cool. But in the flip side of it, when you collaborate, they turn into a whole nother person. So be clear on who you connect your brand to. I'm proud of my new website that went live. It's www.eatmycake-2.
Okay.
Eat my cake too. So I'm in the process of rebranding and bringing my brand from standard to premium, taking the steps, pulling back a lot of layers and taking off unnecessary things that's not needed.
If anyone was to start a business like this, what would you tell them to avoid?
I would tell them to avoid people trying to kill your dreams. Avoid people trying to knock you down while you're trying to climb. Avoid self-doubt. And avoid fear. Because fear is what's going to push you. Fear is going to tell you it's okay. You might have messed up today, but fear is going to let you know you need to get up tomorrow and do it again.
So accept fear.
Accept fear.
Okay. I love that. Well, Natasha, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Let's Eat My Cake Too. Is it two? Is it number 2 or TOO?
No, TOO. So you tried everything else. Now try mine. Eat My Cake Too.
That's tough. That's tough. Natasha, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you
so
for
much.
everything.
Woo! Thank you so much. That's a wrap.